Okay, I am a child author, okay, and I need to talk I need to talk about what my safe person is doing, because he's not my safe person anymore, and I don't think he ever was, and I thought that he was, but maybe he's not. I don't think he is, and it's really hard. So um when I was a couple of years ago, um I had a boyfriend, but he was my dad. But that doesn't sound right. Sorry. Um, he was. So the grown ups in my system started dating someone. Um, and he said that he would help us. He said that he would teach us how to cook lots of things because he was a chef. He never taught me anything. He said that he wanted to help with my kid, and he was acting very, very helpful, more than helpful, kind of annoyingly involved at the very, very beginning. But after that, he stopped helping with the kids that were on the outside of my body, and he only paid attention to me and the other kids inside my body. And he was a good dad for me because he would pay attention to my feelings and stuff if I came out when I was little. He tried to be there for the grown-ups when they had feelings, but he didn't. It was hard, I think, but but and I felt really special because he was being a good dad for me. But I knew that he wasn't really being a very good dad for my daughter. And I kept asking him to, I don't know, I just wanted. Anyway, and when I was little, when my body was little, I wanted to do stuff. I wanted to do grown up stuff with other people because I already did. Someone showed me, I don't know. I don't want to think too much about that because we have a new memory that came up recently and we don't know if it's real, but it seems real. But anyway, so I'm fiddling with the buckle right now, and I try and I don't know how it works. It's fine. Okay. What was I talking about? Right. He was doing grown-up things with me. Yeah, because I thought that I was allowed to. I thought that we're supposed to. Because when I wanted to when I was little, and then I couldn't, and I got in trouble. So then I waited till I was big. But, apparently grown-ups are not supposed to do stuff, with people like me that are little, even if you're inside a big body. Apparently that's not a safe thing. And I thought that it was what he wanted, and I thought that's what I must also want, because I mean, I always wanted something and I wasn't allowed to before. But he was, but after we broke up and he was still saying that he was my dad, and he was still saying that he was my best friend and stuff like that, he actually started getting really mean, because that's what he does. Apparently, when his family tells him to treat me a certain way, that's how he treats me, but only mostly in front of them. Only mostly in front of them. And then when they're not around, he gives me lots of love, and he gives me kisses all over my face, and he says that he's still my dad. But then, as soon as someone else is around, he treats me like he doesn't care about me at all. And earlier I realized, the grown-ups realized, but now I'm realizing that if he thought that he was going to keep sleeping with me, then he was nice to me. But if he thinks that he can't, then he's just really mean. And, well, I made that video that blew up on TikTok, where we were saying about how we thought that we were attracted. I made them think that they were attracted to kids, and they hated themselves about it for a really long time. And then they didn't hate themselves about it anymore, because they realized that it wasn't really a thing. And then we made a video about it, and it got all jumbled up, and people started like cutting it up to make it look like I was saying stuff that I wasn't saying. So then the whole world got worried and stuff, and they thought that my kids were not safe with me, but they are. And I mean, that's the thing, because it all happened because of the video, right? And then they asked him, have you seen the video? And he said, no, I haven't seen the video. And they were like, do you have any concerns? And he's like, I don't know if I have concerns, because I'm not around her. But I have concerns about him, because of everything. Like, and there's so much more. Just random stupid. Yeah, so apparently it was like over a week ago now that he came and picked up Leo, and he was meant to be assessing whether he had any concerns, right? I found out yesterday he hasn't even watched the video. The reason why he picked him up in the first place. He hasn't even watched it. He doesn't even know what the drama is all about. And he's talking to people all over the internet, making himself look like a savior or something, when he was the one that was abusing me. He's the reason why I got burned out. He's the reason I was little for a few years. He was doing stuff the whole time to me when I was little. and he was driving really, really tired with our kid in the car, and that's why I had him full time, because he has a drinking problem, and he is always saying that he has no money, and I just, like, for months and months and months, like, he would barely have enough food. He would barely have any food to feed Leo, and I just, like, I would go and visit, and he would have no food in the house, and me and my kid would go and visit him, and he wouldn't have any food, and then I would ask him about food, and then he would get annoyed at me, and then he would go and find money that he hid in the house, hundreds of dollars, and then he would, like, make a big deal out of, like, just getting a little bit of money out to buy some food so that we could eat something. And then, but there would be, like, bottles of alcohol on the shelf. And I keep trying to protect him. I keep trying to I don't know. Just one time he was getting threatened to get kicked out, so I stood up for him, and I always stand up for him, and he never stands up for me, and I don't know why, and he's the one that keeps hurting me, and he had our son over the Easter weekend, and he didn't even buy him any chocolate, and chocolate is his favorite thing. It's just his favorite. What do you mean? It breaks my heart. I have been really, really tight on money because I've been trying this thing where I can, like, invest it and then get the money back. I've been trying to do my very best, and I don't spend money on alcohol and stuff like that. And he had his family there with him. He has a friend that's basically living with him. He's with him all the time. And what, between, like, the three of them, they couldn't get him some chocolate on Easter? What do you mean? I've been struggling, and we made sure we had some chocolate here, and now I don't want to eat mine because in case Leo can come back because he didn't get any. And it makes me super sad. And Leo could have had a nice time with us, and we could have done lots of fun activities. I made some art yesterday for someone out of my Easter egg wrappers because I like to do that. But I don't want to show you because he's my secret and I love him. I'm sad. Because just, I don't know if, I don't know what's real with him. I don't know if I know he wasn't really my dad, but he was saying that he was looking after me, and he said that he loved me, and I've been learning about grooming recently. And that makes me sad about everything. Because this, I realized that's probably what he was doing to me. Yeah. Anyway.